Hi friends, I am back with another candle review, and today we are going to be talking about Country Candle, a new spring release. It is called Watermelon Pops. But before I go any further, if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Katie. I like to review beauty content on the weekdays, and on the weekends I talk about something else that brings me a lot of joy, and that would be home fragrance, particularly candles. I will have a playlist linked to other candle reviews that I have done down in the description box, so feel free to check some of those out. And if you like hanging out with me, I'd love it if you hit that subscribe button. So let's talk about this candle. I'm going to go ahead and hold it up for you, but the lights honestly do reflect, so I will put a stock photo up right here so that way you can see what the jar looks like. The aesthetic of the label is just a simple picture of some watermelon and a watermelon popsicle sitting on like a nice cool countertop. It is definitely something that makes you think of, oh, that looks so refreshing in the summertime. I live in a very hot climate. We eat a lot of popsicles in the summer. I know that for most people, summer is hot. I live in Arizona. It is especially hot, and summer lasts a good 5 months for us here. So we go through a lot of popsicles. Now I have the medium-sized jar right here. Let me turn this thing the right way. There we go. I have the medium-sized jar right here. The candle shape of these country candles is definitely more in line with, it resembles a lot of the Yankee Candle. If you are unfamiliar with Kringle or Country Candle, this is founded by Mike Kittredge, who was the founder of Yankee Candle. He has passed on, but his son Mick is now the CEO and president and keeps the legacy alive. The Country Candle packaging is very similar to the original Yankee Candle packaging, whereas I find that Kringle, theirs is more of that more modern aesthetic. So let's get into what the scent notes are on this candle, or let me tell you the scent story. I'm looking at the Kringle website, and it says the scent description is watermelon pops. The perfect cool off on those hot summer days are frozen ice pops. Tell me about it. And our watermelon pop scent is ultra refreshing. It's been a long week, guys. With sweet watermelon, tangy lime, and a sprig of fresh mint. Okay, so it lists the top notes as watermelon, lime. The mid notes are lemon, green. What is green? Watermelon, base, sugar, watermelon. So clearly there's a strong watermelon note to this. Now, when my husband sniffed this candle, if you missed our candle haul, I will have that linked in the cards up here. I let him go through and do some first sniffs with me, and when he smelled this candle, he said he immediately thought of like watermelon pop rocks. It is very much watermelon and sugar. That is what we smelled. I don't really smell lemon. I do smell a little bit of that lime in here. It does give kind of that like tangy effervescence. I almost think that that's probably that candy note. It's probably the combination of the lime and the sugar together, but definitely watermelon. It's funny because now that I have burned this, now this was filled very like all the way up here when I got it. So I've burned it about a quarter of the way. I have already burned this candle 4 times. So that should let you know how slowly this wax burns. I mean, it's just, if you are the type of person who wants a lot of bang for your buck, you want your candles to last a long time, then this would probably be a great formula for you to go with, because this is a very like slow burning type of wax. Now there are some downsides to it, which I will get into. But like I said, this is the medium-sized jar. It retails for $25.50. Kringle does run sales quite frequently, so you will want to keep your eyes out for that. I did not even purchase this at full price. So let's talk about how this candle has been performing upon the burn. The wicks are sturdy. I have no issues with them falling over into the pool of wax when I blow it out. I have not had horrible mushroom tops with these. No issues whatsoever. This is a paraffin wax. It's 100% food grade. It says clean burning, non-toxic paraffin wax refined in North America. So it says it's commonly used in chocolate fruit coating and canning. The jar is 100% recyclable, yada, yada, yada. Easy peel label, so that way you can reuse it, which is actually a good thing that they're conscientious of that, because I think we can all agree that we can be a little bit better stewards of the earth and not be wasteful. But going back to the wax, The paraffin wax, if you are looking at my candle here, oh, I'm trying to do it without the lights. Do you see right here? There's kind of this black line, and I'm sorry I'm not looking right in the camera lens. I'm looking at my TV, which is serving as my viewfinder behind. Do you see this like line of demarcation right here? This is where the wax color changes a little bit. On top of that, you see how there's kind of that white buildup in the wax. So the wax color changes a little bit. Now, like I have mentioned before, I burn my candles up on a shelf, actually just right over here. I burn them just on a shelf right up there. So I really, while I appreciate candles for their ambiance, it's not really like I'm burning them because I'm really paying attention to the color of the wax pool. Now, I will tell you that if the wax pool gets really sooty colored, that does bother me because then I think like, oh, this is not a clean burning candle. Something else that you also might want to know is that, or I don't know if you're going to be able to see this on here, trying to turn it around. Do you see that there's a little bit of soot showing up around the rim of the glass here? Like I said, I have not burned this longer than a 4-hour burn time. I typically burn them out after that. Now, that is something that I don't really care for. I don't want sooting because I figure if that's on the walls, that's also going in my lungs. So that is a little bit concerning to me. However, I do really like this scent. If you are somebody who is not bothered by the color change of the wax, or if you're not bothered by the slow burning nature of this, I know that Melanie has said quite often that she just doesn't really prefer the paraffin wax formula because it is slow burning, but if you are in the opposite camp, then I think that you will like the Country Candle line. Now let's talk about what I smell when it is burning. Like I said, on cold sniff, it smelled like Pop Rocks. That's what my husband says. Watermelon candy. That's what it smells like. Now, I will tell you that once I start burning it, you definitely get that sweet watermelon note at the beginning, but it is not cloying. It's not something that is going to be headache inducing, or even that it just is like an artificial type of scent, which is funny because I just described it as a highly processed candy smell. It's not. It's sweet, but fresh at the same time, which I think must be that lime note in there. If you are adverse to mint, I don't smell any mint in there at all. There's no mint smell in this, which is funny because they list it as like one of the middle notes on there, but I don't smell any mint to my nose. If you missed my previous video, which was on the banana berry smoothie, I kind of went into a little lengthy diatribe, I guess, about my sense of smell. So you might want to check that out because I don't smell mint in here. I will say that it's funny because after burning this on cold sniff, it does smell a little bit different. It doesn't have so much of that candy smell anymore. I mean, there is, but I don't think I picked up lime at first, and I do smell it a little bit now. But I will say that once it starts burning, especially as you get into about the 2-hour burn mark, that sweet, sweet, sugary, like bam, candy type of note dissipates more into like a fresh watermelon scent, which I really do appreciate. I am somebody who loves watermelon. I buy them all the time in the summer. It is pretty much an inexpensive way to just keep us hydrated around here. So let's talk about the throw and the strength of this candle. I can smell this candle all throughout my home when I have it lit, especially as we reach that hour and a half mark. I can smell it in every room of my home. So I would say that this right now is throwing at about, I would say at about an 8 because I can smell it quite strongly in my master bedroom. I know I say this in every candle review, but because my channel is young and some of you might be new subscribers or new viewers, I always want to provide you with context. So my home is approximately 1,700 square feet. It is a single-story open concept home. So I burn these candles typically by the front door because that's where I want people to smell a candle when they walk through my home. And I measure how well a candle is throwing by if I can smell it from the furthest point away from that, which is usually my master bathroom. So This candle, I would say that I don't necessarily smell it like from the furthest edge of the master bathroom when it is lit. I do definitely smell it in my master bedroom, and I can smell it in my kitchen as well. But I wouldn't say that it's like powerhouse. Like, I kind of judge everything on throw, honestly, by HOMEWORX hot cider donut. That is like the king of powerhouse throwers, scent. I mean, everything. I can smell that thing. I can blow it out and still smell it for 3 hours. I mean, it's just so strong. So this I would put at an 8 for me personally. Again, keeping in context that this is a single story home and that it is an open concept. The throw is about an 8. Strength, I would say, is about a 6.5, 7. This is not going to be a scent that is going to be offensive to anybody coming into your home, which is something that I always have to keep in mind because I do have some close friends that are very sensitive to scents. They are just like allergic to everything, it seems like. So I definitely don't want people coming into my home and getting a headache or feeling like they need to step outside. That really honestly defeats the purpose of me burning a candle in my home. So would I repurchase this candle? Yes, I would. And actually, if you are a Kringle Rewards member, you will want to check your rewards, like your points or some of the things that they're offering. I do believe that through April 1st, you can get a large size jar of this if you redeem 1,400 Kringle points. I will say that I will probably save this scent for the summertime as I just associate it more with summer weather, which, to be honest, right now, spring in Arizona is pretty much the equivalent of summer for many people who live in other regions. But it still is more of a summer scent to me, so I would probably break it out again, probably late May, early June is when I will start burning this one, but I would pick it up again. Despite the way that, you know, I'm not really thrilled with some of this sooting around the rim, but honestly, oftentimes I will just go ahead and wipe that off. I will tell you that if I see any puffing of smoke coming off of that, I will probably go and blow it out. So I would say that I would repurchase this, but just with the knowledge of knowing that I might need to babysit this one a little bit more. If I notice that there's too much soot building up around the rim of the jar, I honestly will likely go ahead and stick this in my candle crock because I'm sure that it will perform well there. Kringle Country Candle, they typically run a lot of sales, so you can probably snag this one on a discount. There really is not much of a price difference between the medium and large size jars. I think it's just more of a matter of preference of whether you want to burn this for a longer period of time. This scent is also available in the Daylights formula, which is just like the votive on steroids. Those are about $3 each. So if you're not sure if you would like this scent, I actually love that Kringle and Country Candle offer their candles in those small little Daylights because it does allow you to get a feel for if you will like a fragrance before you commit to a full-size jar. I would love for this scent to make its way into the Kringle line, into that soy formula, because right now that soy formula is like amazing for me. I have not had any duds with that soy formula and I am really loving it, and it is honestly the formula that I will tend to gravitate towards when I go to the Kringle and Country Candle website. However, I do find that there's a lot of these fruity, tropical, summery, spring and summer scents that are really drawing my eye, and those are more in the Country Candle line. So I hope in the future that they are working on somehow making these candles kind of like cross that barrier with each other. I will have discount codes linked down below. Those are for a couple of other candle lovers / reviewers that I have been following for years. I have trusted their opinions. They are actually the people who have influenced me in a lot of my purchases. And I've had a lot of conversations with them outside of YouTube, and I really have no problem supporting my friends on there. But if you don't have a problem with affiliate codes, please use those and you can actually save yourself some extra money on the Kringle website. Don't forget that if you liked this video, please hit that like button because it helps tell YouTube that, hey, there's somebody reviewing candles here, and if you're interested in candles, you might want to hear her opinion. I don't know, maybe you don't want to know my opinion, but I think if you're watching this video, maybe you are curious. Don't forget that I will have that playlist linked down below in the description box about some previous candle reviews. Thank you again for spending your time with me, and until my next video, I hope you go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.